watching 33 TV. I'm from the Wildfire Camp, Dirty Brum, living in Birmingham. I'm a rapper, DJ, producer, video technician. You name it, I do it. If I don't do it, I will do by the end of the year. It's one of them ones. For me, starting out, I was always around music. Like 4 of my uncles, they were into music. 2 of my uncles owned a shop on Stratford Road, chart shop. He was always selling records. My dad's an entertainer, he sings. So I've always been around music from the day I could even walk. So at the age of like 2, 3, I was always doing something in front of a video camera or singing to songs or dancing while my mum was cleaning up on a Sunday to like old reggae tunes. But then when I started taking it seriously, it was like just after I left school at 16, 17, where I decided to go into like rapping and doing stuff more mainstream and more hardcore in that respect. So yeah. Okay, my influences, well, one of my first influences was like Busta Rhymes. Used to love the way Busta Rhymes used to do stuff on a video, always out there, colourful, crazy. Also like Wu-Tang Clan from when he had ODB before he passed. Method Man, listening to stuff like Jay-Z, even before Jay-Z became Jay-Z now, you know, Mr. Entrepreneur, Mr. you know, make a whole load of money. You know, from before, like any type of hip hop I was listening to, that's what kind of influenced me to rapping. And then from when I found out that like a lot of the artists around that time used to freestyle a lot on their tracks and actually like not mess up, that's what got me into like freestyling and actually trying to, you know, hone in on making that work. So yeah, like Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, you know, quite a lot of them kind of artists, even Slick Rick. When I found out Slick Rick was from the UK, I was like, you know what? That means somebody from the UK, someone else from the UK can actually do this. But I've been influenced from not just stuff like rap. I've been influenced in like quite kind of more of a like reggae type stuff as well. Listening to my mum's old music, listening to the old soul, you know, Sister Sledge and all that kind of stuff, and Shalimar, you know, that kind of stuff. That music just influenced me across the board. So yeah, that's it. I think my major highlight is like performing in like mainland Europe and performing across the world, like with one of my good friends, Miss Cutie. Like we started working together on a pirate radio station, a local radio station, and then we started to like tour Europe and do quite a lot of gigs everywhere. And the fact of like us going out of England and like showing like what like our talents abroad, like she was DJing, I was rapping, or I was DJing, or vice versa. It kind of worked out, and I like that. That was like a major highlight for me. Also performing like with the Licks, the Alcoholics, which are old school hip hop group. I wouldn't even say they're old school because they still do stuff now, but they came out in the like 90s. So anyone that was into hip hop in the 90s would know who the Licks are. And me performing with them in the studio, actually even battling against them in certain studios in Amsterdam, that kind of was a highlight for me as well. And also doing quite a lot of stuff in the UK, you know, like around and working with a lot of UK artists before they actually became famous, like having N-Dubs come to a club where we was DJing at, and like knowing them before they went blue. Like, you know, it's kind of just quite a lot of stuff that we've done, you know. So I'm kind of happy with everything I've done. Really, can't really say there's anything I haven't done that's not, you know, good for me. So yeah, I think that's my major highlight, is still going and doing it. That's what it is. I think I want to do it like past, present and future. People that have passed, that anyone that I'd like to work with would have been like Notorious B.I.G., Big L, Free Guitar, you know, quite a lot of all the old school rappers that passed, even like Big Pun, like these kind of people that like influenced me a lot into hip hop. So me wanting to work with them would have been a good thing as well, because then like to me I'd be able to hone my skills even more working with them kind of artists. Present, I think I'd like to work with like people like KTB, Sway, Dizzy Rascal, you know, people like that. I like to work with them because I can see that they're actually striving to go places, you know. The fact that Sway was the first UK artist to get a BET award, that to me shows that we're making progress, and It's not even just because they're from London as well. We're making progress across the board. Any artist that's out there that's actually putting in the work and actually showing that they're actually about the music, I'd work with. You know what I mean? For the future, as I said, I'd work with more or less anyone who works out. If I got to America, I'd work with anyone from Nicole Scherzinger to Jay-Z to Black Eyed Peas to Linkin Park, you know, anyone and everyone. That's how it is, you know what I mean? Music to me, it's not even a genre anymore, it's a way of life. I was having this discussion with one of my friends recently about the UK and the grime scene. I'm not really on the grime scene as much, but like my friend is really into that kind of stuff, and to me, it's like we're getting somewhere, we're making progress because you've got a few rappers out there now that are actually hitting the mainstream and making it more of a global site that UK rappers are doing stuff, you know. So shouts going out like Professor Green and Gigs, you know, that kind of stuff, and you know, and like Tidy Temper, amazing. But like, if you're looking at the underground scene, I think a lot of artists have to start realizing that the type of format that we're talking about when it comes to the underground stuff is not going to make it mainstream. So, you know what I mean, take a leaf out of like Tidy Temper's book or Giggs' book or Professor Green and actually realize that there's certain things that you have to do to make it more mainstream, and if you're going to make money from what you want to do, then, you know what I mean, step up, and I think that's what it is. Other than that, I think it's a progression. I think it's really a progression that we've got from where we have been from before, where people weren't even looked upon, and if you were looked upon, it was like you had to be a big group, like, you know, you had your Soul Solid and your Big Brothers. You had to be a big group to actually be like recognized as an artist, as a rapping artist from the UK, and not sound like you're rapping American, so you didn't have an American twang to it. That kind of thing, you know, I think it's definitely progressed a lot from there. So yeah. We've made movements, we've made a lot of movements, but we've still got far to go. You know what I mean? And I think even when we get to the point where we think we're good, we've still got far to go as well. You know what I mean? Music doesn't stop, so we shouldn't stop really. So it is. First of all, I want to shout out like all the Birmingham artists, you know, that I've worked with or that I've had connections with. I think right now the Birmingham scene starting to pick up. You know, there's people out there like Sinister, you know, like Malik from MD7, you know, we've got like heads that can do Fifth Element and all that stuff. Even like, you know, I don't know, S-Squad, even to people that were doing like One Day, the rappers that were on One Day, big, you know what I mean? We're getting somewhere strong, and I like it. I think we're doing stuff, I think all it is that the industry's got to recognize that there's more artists outside of the M25, and I think it's happening, but it needs to happen a lot more. You know, and I think for Birmingham, as the second city, there's a lot more that we can do, and a lot more that, you know, the industry can do to recognize the raw talent that we have here. So yeah, all the artists I know that are around and doing their thing, I have to big you up 10 times over, because you're doing the stuff, man, and you're getting recognized, you know what I mean? People are knowing what we're doing, so it's one of them. We just have to keep striving, pushing forward. Definitely bigging up the 0121. I don't big up postcodes, I just big up the area. So yeah. My advice for anyone that's coming into the game, get your stuff tight, get your stuff on point. Don't do the street stuff all too much. Don't get me wrong, it's not a problem to talk about your experiences in the street and the stuff that you know about the street, but talking about promoting stuff, promoting gang violence and all that rubbish, don't make it. If you want to make money from this business, if you want to do it and you want to treat it as a business, you gotta have the business mind and actually think, what sells? You know what I mean? It's proved, it's tried and tested, so you have to think about what sells, what's going to get you out there, what's going to make you, get you to where you want to be. That's what you got to think about, really. Other than that, just keep going, you know what I mean? The more people that are actually coming out and actually producing real good stuff, it makes all the heads that are in the game, and not even the older heads, but the heads that are in the game, that have been in the game a little longer than themselves, you know, it makes us like step up and actually want to do more, because we have to keep on our toes, and that's a good thing. So yeah, just keep your game tight, make sure you got your business mind on, and don't get sucked into like trying to be Mr. I know it all or Mrs. Diva. Get your head game in, get your game head on. So that's what it is, really. See, right now I'm working with a collective, Wildfire Synergy, and right now we're putting together a mix CD, and we're also putting together a mix compilation album, which is gonna like promote all our talents, and that's a collective of like 10 to 12 artists that we're doing stuff together, rappers, singers, DJs, producers, across the board. You know what I mean? And right now, I feel we're in a good place, and it's all about progression and actually making more of what we're doing. You know what I mean? After that, then I'll work on like my solo stuff, and we'll start doing a little bit more stuff like promoting myself. But I think right now, for me, it's like the compilation, you get me, the collective. So that, if you need to see any more, if you want to see any more from BAMS, that's what you need to look at the moment, is the Wildfire Synergies compilation, and actually realize that there's not just BAMS about, there's a lot more behind us that, you know what I mean, we're moving forward. I've just found out one of my friends has made it through in the competition in the NEC, so shouts going out to T-Roll, the English Rose. You know what I mean, she's the original, so that's what it is. So I'm like, even while I'm doing this, she's doing that, you know what I mean, we're everywhere, and that's what it is. It's a big company, you get me, a collective that's pushing. So yeah, our work, I can't even say, the work rate that we're putting out right now is real good, so look out for that, look out for Wildfire Synergy. Alright, I want to shout out 33 TV, definitely make sure you catch up on more of the artists and interviews that are happening here. My name is Bambino. I want to shout out Red Star, Christoph Jennings, T-Roll, the English Rose Original. I want to shout out Kiki, Anara Sara, Gids. I want to shout out DJ Sparks. Also, shouts out going out to Dirty Brum, my team, the Dirty Brum boys, you get me? That's Propane, Crush, you know what I mean? I want to shout out Sinister, and all the rest of the heads that are in Birmingham right about now. So, you know what I mean? It's not just a little crew collective, it's a whole team. I'm going to spit something right now for you, just so you know a little bit about BAMS and what we do, and what I do anyway, yeah? You ready? She tells me that she needs it, she really, really wants it. Her husband's gone away, so I can fuck her on the bunny. She wants me to rap, so I gave her a sonnet. Took her in the house and lit a little coochie vomit. She was amazed for days like some ooh-wee chronic. Now she wears the wrong trousers like Wallace and Gromit. Ooh, at the host man, screams out medic, Super BAMS has arrived. Yep, I done said it. Personal trainer gave her the Kanye workout. Damn, I made a mess, skeet sheets get thrown out. Back shot to death, busted parts get blown out. I'm so serious, the funny thing is, she went around and told that little sis, and I messed up, but that's no biz, that's okay, cause I get back on tracks like this. So I went back from a freestyle slow, and that's me with my little freestyle flow. So make sure you catch 33 TV, cause after that, you might not see me, unless it's big stage or mainstream. And if it is the mainstream, trust me, I'll gleam. You call me Mr. Limelight BAMS, all that. You can call me Super BAMS without the cape. Trust me, I'm never the hate, never doing that. Trust me, BAMS is so great.